Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda, and today I have for you my fourth book on haul for the year. And before we get started, I am also wearing another handmade ugly Christmas sweater. Well, this one is a sweater vest, but you need to see it in all its glory. We've got these shoulder things that I'm blanking on the name of right now. And then we have a giant snowman who's bigger than the Christmas tree, and Rudolph, and he has a little scarf. So yeah, that's my Christmas sweater. Hopefully I'll have more of these at some point to share with you guys. I know I've got at least one more. So into the book on haul. I haven't read two of these books, and then the rest are series that I am just deciding to get rid of. So we'll start from the top. And the first book I have is actually an epic poem, and this is Beowulf. The only reason I'm getting rid of this is because I did find a copy at my local used bookstore of the Barnes & Noble paperback classic edition. And since I'm collecting all of my classics in those editions, I decided that I would just give this back to my used bookstore. I have read part of Beowulf before, but I never finished it, so looking forward to getting into that. It's a short book, but it's a long epic poem, so we'll see how that goes when I finally do get to it. The next books I have are volumes 1 through 3 of Vampire Night by Matsuri Hino. There's nothing wrong with this story. It's cute. It's a fun YA manga that centers around a girl named, what's her name? It's been a while. Named Yuki. And she is kind of a monitor, I guess, between the day and the night class, because the day class don't know that the night class consists of all vampires. And I am up to volume 4. I think there's 19 volumes total, and I just don't think I'm ever going to reread these mangas, so to clear up some space on the shelves, I just decided that I'm going to unhaul these as well. And then the next book series I have is Fallen by Lauren Kate. I've read Fallen and Torment. I haven't read Passion yet, but I did get it from my local used bookstore, and that's where it's going to go back. This follows a girl named Luce who at first has to go to this school called Sword and Cross. It's a boarding school. And there she runs into a guy that she feels like she's met before, but he's very cold and distant towards her, and she doesn't know why. And slowly things come back to her. It's a story that has fallen angels in it, and it is definitely young adult, and it feels tropey and kind of like it was at its prime. When was this one published? 2009. And I picked this, the first two books up at my local grocery store after reading Twilight, just because I was kind of looking for something similar to those lines. And they sat on my shelves for a long time, up until basically 10 years. And I finally decided to read them this year, and I think I'm going to finish the series just via audiobook, because it's not bad, but definitely not books that I plan to reread again. So I'm going to see if somebody in the area would like those more than me, hopefully a teenager. The next series I'm getting rid of, I was a little hesitant about, just because I didn't know if before I unhauled them I wanted to give them a reread, but honestly I don't think I'm ever going to visit these books again, and that is the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer. Bella Swan and werewolves and vampires, and it takes place in Forks, Washington, which I've lived in Western Washington my entire life, and I went to Forks for the first time like 6 months ago. And it's really not that far from me, but that's where these books are based, is Forks, Washington, a little small hunting town. We tried to kind of see like the twilighty, touristy things, but really didn't put in that much effort for it. I just honestly don't ever foresee myself reading these books, and if I do, I can most likely find them at the library and read them that way. They take up quite a bit of space on the shelves, so I just don't need them anymore. So we've got Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and oh no, Breaking Dawn. And then the last book series that I am going to get rid of is a duology, and this one I was really hesitant about. I'll just show you what they are. It is The Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. I really liked The Savage Song, but I really didn't like Our Dark Duet. I like the idea of these stories, but I only liked one of the main characters that we follow, and I really didn't like the other one. So it wasn't like as enjoyable as a read as I would kind of hope it would be. But I really like, I think, was his name August or Augustus? Yeah, it's August Flynn. I really liked him and his storyline, and I love that he plays the violin because I also do. So that was something that was kind of like really near and dear to my heart while reading these. But like I said, I just really didn't like Kate, and I don't think I'm gonna reread these. And if I do, I did listen to these on audiobook the first time, so I will probably reread them via audiobook, or maybe I could check out an ebook from either my library or Scribd. So those unfortunately are going. And with that, I am getting rid of those two, plus the 4 Twilight is 6, plus 3 Fallen is 9, plus 3 is 12, 11 books total. So it's not a whole lot of books, but it's enough to where it makes a bit more room on my bookshelves. I am trying to read through as many as my physical TBR books as possible. So even though only 2 out of the 11 I have are unread books, it still feels nice to clear off some space on the shelves. So I would love to know if you've read any of these books. I can imagine that quite a few have read the Twilight series. Let me know if in your late 20s you've reread them, and if it stood the test of time for you. I don't think the story will so much as the nostalgia factor, but I would love to know what you think about that, and just what you think about these other books. So please do let me know down in the comments below, and I will chat with you there until my next video. Bye!